So welcome again, everyone. I'm absolutely delighted to welcome Cassie Premo Steele, who is going to give us such a treat today with this workshop. Cassie is the Ashland Creek Press author of Earth Joy Writing, Creating Harmony Through Journaling and Nature, as well as several books of poetry, fiction, and nonfiction. Her newest book is Swimming in Gilead, forthcoming from Yellow Arrow Publishing. She also teaches poetry for peace and writing for resilience, live classes on Insight Timer, and works as a writing coach with women from around the world. You can visit Cassie online at cassiepremosteel.com as well as earthjoywriting.com. Welcome, Cassie. Thank you so much for being here. We are so excited.
Thank you, Midge, and welcome to everyone. I'm really happy to be here today. And I wanted to show you the beautiful book, Earth Joy Writing, that the exercises we will do today are based upon. You can get that at ashlandcreekpress.com. I also maintain a website, which is earthjoywriting.com, that you can visit later for more of the supplemental things. So before we get started, let's take a moment just to breathe in deeply, and I will light a new candle for this new year. So we will be talking about the dark and the light today. We will honor them both in ourselves and in each other and in the world. Go ahead and take a moment, if you haven't already, to mute your phone so that you can be in a very relaxed and open space during this hour together. And I will share my screen and we will move through the workshop in a way that will allow you to be quiet and grounded. Feel free to keep your video on if you feel that that gives you energy during the workshop. If at any point you'd like to take your video off, that's fine as well. And we will gather together in a community circle at the end. So I will share my screen now and we will dive in. The theme of this workshop is Release the Dark, Receive the Light. And the exercises that we will do are inspired by my book, Earth Joy Writing, which was published in 2015 from Ashland Creek Press. And it's really exciting to feel now 8 years in April, that this book is still resonant for people. I'm very grateful for that. And I'm grateful for your presence here today. So let's dive into the dark. Some of the aspects of the dark are uncertainty, isolation, obscurity, and shadows. And certainly collectively over the last 3 years, we have lived through this traumatic collective history together. I'll begin today with a poem from my new book, Swimming in Gilead, which comes out from Yellow Arrow Publishing in October, but I wanted to give you some appetizers of that. This is the first poem in the book. It's called Writing, and these are the first 2 stanzas here. So as I read this, allow your body to finish settling into your seat. Feel free to close your eyes and think of this as an invocation to your muse. Writing. Dawn is beginning. You are a beginner. Begin within. My hand with a pen, writing it down, rhythm, calm in heart and limb. There is no end. The story keeps going, one word at a time, beyond mind. We heal, first feel, insight, first write. Writing is the teacher, beyond rules, stay in motion, no priest or preacher. Even roots move. Stillness is illusion. Answers do come. Accept confusion. Like a tree, reach. Branches don't plan. They learn as they teach. Discover and dig, uncover, deep, throw away what is done, what is absent, keep. Possession is impossible, motion unstoppable, glee. Fear is a signal, something is there. Sit and listen, breathe, air. Rise, be a body again. Nothing is forever. Time is a friend. Life, death, both, and. Use your hand. Ask for a hand. Take my hand. Take a stand. Let's dive into journaling now, taking a few minutes to journal about how perhaps the negative aspects of the dark have shown up in our lives in the past year. In response to this prompt and all the writing that we'll do today, you won't be asked to share. So you can feel free to tell the absolute truth to yourself on the page. So go ahead and open up your journal. I encourage you to write by hand because this creates the same brain waves as meditation. And I will set the timer for 4 minutes and just simply write whatever comes in response to this prompt. Writing is. The prompt is writing is, and begin. Good. Go ahead and finish the phrase that you're writing. And then take a look at the room where you are and take a deep breath in order to reconnect with your body after diving deep. Well, darkness has isolation and uncertainty. Darkness has its gifts too, the gifts of rest and deepening, solitude, regeneration, introspection, and wisdom. So, as we stay in the mode of releasing the dark, I'll share my poem, Let Us Let Go. Let us let go of stuff, the art we kept out of fear or status, the junk, post it notes, and reminders to self that are on an app now, the books we read once and didn't love, or never read and never want to, the presents and cards that meant something at the time, the things your mother gave you to keep because she no longer wanted them, but you don't really either. The notes from classes you don't need because you've taught them so many times you can do it in your sleep. The envelopes you thought you'd use, the free bookmarks. How many bookmarks can you really use at once anyway? And keep these photos, how little they were, how young you were, how classy they were, how afraid you were, how happy they were, how inexperienced about everything you were. The journals, arranged by year, peek inside just long enough to remember the seasons: depression, dissertation, motherhood, striving, love, learning, and eventually leaving each one behind. Let us let go of the year even as we embrace what is no longer here, the dead who still care, the work that is done, the dreams we had and woke from, the selves we were on the way to becoming a completely new one. We'll write again for 4 minutes this time. We'll take a few minutes to journal about how the positive aspects of the dark, rest, regeneration, have shown up in our lives in the past year, or perhaps how we wish we had embraced them more. Again, you won't be asked to share, so this is for you to tell the truth to yourself on the page. I'll set the timer, and this creates a container of sacredness and safety that you can dive into, telling the absolute truth, knowing that we'll all come back up together in 4 minutes. The dark is good too, is my suggestion for the beginning of your writing. The dark is good too. And begin. Good. Go ahead and finish the phrase that you're writing. And now we will transition to moving into the light. Light is associated with radiance, understanding, bringing something into the light, joy, brightness, a simplicity, not heavy, and truth. Go. Walk the path where grasses grow, or take the crooked one with bare toes, or jump, or crawl, or run, or go. Movement is not an option, it's a lifelong collaboration. Earth is a partner with gravity. Everything learns to let go. And we keep going after loss and death and pain and this yearning, open gap inside. Life begins in such a hole. It crawls out to be born. We are always being born. We leave behind our torn heart and become lizards. This is not to say you won't rest. Even the moon has nights off, but keep going. Go over barbed wires, under fences, around the walls. Sneak past the patrols. Hide in the alleyways. Your freedom is waiting. Walk the path beyond hating. Go to where long grasses grow. We'll take some time now for a guided meditation on releasing the dark and receiving the light in the new year. So if once again you want to check in with your body and see if you need to stand up maybe before sitting again for the meditation, or if you'd like to lie back or stretch your back or shoulders a bit. And if it's comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. And as you breathe in, bring the light feather of your attention to the base of your spine. Simply notice your breath as it moves in and out of your body. And your attention rests here at the bottom of your seat. And from this base of you, imagine a bright light shining a triangle from the base of your seat to your 2 feet. And then let this triangle of light move between your base and your knee. Feel the light swirling as it creates a long triangle between the base of your seat and your hip bone. Let the light extend now from the base of your seat to your shoulder. Feel your whole torso bathed in this light. Bring the shape of the triangle from the base of your seat to the tips of your fingers. And then radiate the light from the base of your seat to your ears. And then on the next couple breaths, we'll breathe in, imagining the light like a lighthouse, swirling from the base of our feet up through the backs of our body. And on the exhale, the light coming down from the top of our head to the base of our feet. Breathing in as the light rises. Exhaling as the light moves down. Continue in this way at your own pace. No need to push or strive, just letting the breath and your own inner light guide you. Deep inside each of us is a light, a spark, a soul or spirit or force that animates. It works with the body, like the electrical pulses in the heart or in connections of synapses in the brain. And the thing about light is that it moves and it grows, it gets bigger. When you're out camping and you switch on your flashlight in the night, the light expands as it goes away from you. It doesn't just stop like a ball hitting a brick wall. Similarly, when you light a candle in a dark room, the flame creates a halo of light, a circle expanding. So we can feel this light within us as well. We can feel its movement, vibration, growth, expansion, and freedom. The freedom that comes into being when we keep going, when we have the courage to move into the unknown, when we find ourselves growing in ways we've never imagined. And do you know why you can find such depth and possibility within? Because of the dark, because of the deep shadows that make light distinctive and visible. The way that you yourself, as you explore, as you try new things, as you go and grow and glow, this is you becoming distinctive to yourself as you gather all your parts together in a gentle and accepting embrace. This is you becoming visible to yourself as you put your emotions into shapes on the page so you can truly see yourself as the prism and kaleidoscope and spectrum that you are. And this distinction, this visibility, they allow others to see you in new ways, with more clarity, with more unconditional embracing, with more ability to take in the complexity and the nuances of being body, mind, and spirit, wave and particle, human and animal, dark and light, paradoxical and layered and changeable as you are, as we are, as life is, as earth is. Deep inside you is that light, that spark, what expands and grows on and on and on. We'll pause in silence now for you to hear what you need from your deep self within. Now become aware of your breath moving in and out of your body again. As you return to the present time and the present season, you may want to bring gentle movement or stretching back to the body and perhaps rub your palms together. We'll return once more to our journals. And the suggestion now is to write your vision of receiving the light in the new year. This can be a list of things of light that you want in your new year. You could write a poem or a scene. And as always, you won't be asked to share your writing. So you can feel free to tell the absolute truth to yourself on the page. This time we'll write for 5 minutes. And one suggestion for beginning could be simply the words, I receive the light, or whatever you'd like to begin. And we'll begin. Good. Go ahead and finish the phrase that you're writing. This is the last poem that I'll share with you today. It's called Let Us Begin Again. Be very quiet. Make it dawn. Rise from bed. Walk on the lawn. Wait for it. The sun is coming. It's a new one. It's beginning. You don't believe me. You say this happens every day. There's nothing new under the sun, and certainly not the sun itself. Put your doubts on a shelf, I say to you. Hush now. Listen to the birds singing. Watch the blue ones feeding their baby. See the heron heading south for fishing. Look at the egrets catching pink light in their white wings. Faith is made of things like these everyday movements, sights, and sounds that you usually ignore. And today, since you've told me you're tired of life and wanting something more, I've shown you how to do it. And now that you know, come, let us begin again. I declare deeply that I am free today, especially on Martin Luther King's anniversary day. We all have that essential freedom within us, and embracing both the dark and the light within ourselves is how we move forward in balance, open, and creative ways. The book Earth Joy Writing has many tools that you can use in the new year. Poems can help you connect in simple and profound ways to your feelings. Nature activities connect you with the larger wisdom of cycles of dark and light. Writing prompts let you get clear and shine light on your situation to become more free. And eco reflections foster holistic perspectives on our individual and collective pain and can show us how to heal. Here's some resources for you to look at later. Ashland Creek Press, Echolip Books, which is associated with Ashland Creek Press, also has a wonderful page for writers who write environmental literature. My website is cassiepremosteel.com, where you can learn more about my writing and teaching. And definitely visit earthjoywriting.com, where there are audios for each month of the year connected with the book and other bonus things there. And as we finish, we'll go around, and anyone who likes to share any aha or light or dark moments with us, I always like to say that your sharing may be just what someone needs to hear today. So as I finish sharing my screen and we come back together as a group, if you'd like to say something, you can do that by unmuting yourself or unmuting and turning your video on, or just sharing in the chat. And this is my email in case you'd like to get in touch with me individually. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions or anything I can help you with, feel free to reach out. So I finished sharing and we're back to our faces. So we've got time here. If anyone would like to share, anything that came up for you or anything that allowed you to see things in a different way. And just if you joined late, we will send you the recording of the whole class so that you can have that.
Well, I will just share that I was looking forward to this for so long, but didn't even realize until we began how much I needed this. So, I mean, I always start the new year feeling energized just because it's a new year, and I'm always just looking forward to what's to come, but I didn't realize how much I needed to slow down and just feel that rest, and sort of prepare maybe more physically, with my body. That meditation was wonderful. I enjoyed the writing, of course, but the meditation really helped me just slow down. And it made me realize how anxious I've been about a lot. It's been a busy few weeks, even though we've just gotten into the new year, and it just really helped slow me down. And I hope I'm going to carry that with me. But thank you for that. That was absolutely wonderful.
You're so welcome. Eric asked for the websites to be put up again, so I can do that, and then we'll return back to the. There we go. Oh, but I haven't shared my. Hold on. Let me share the screen first, and then I'll do that.
Thank you, Cassie. And we will also be sending out a link to the video. So anyone who might have missed a prompt or just wants to see it again, I think I'm going to do that meditation every week. It was so wonderful. So yeah, we will make sure that that's available for anyone who might have missed a moment or who wants to return to one of these moments.
Yeah. So just orally, it's Ashland Creek Press, Echo Lit Books, my name, CassiePremoSteele.com, and then Earth Joy Writing, the title of the book. Wonderful. I think there was a share in the chat. Peter said, I enjoyed from a writing point of view the last poem and its intimate, respectful invitation. Thank you, Peter. And Rachel says it was good to make space for writing practice. It's been a while. Thank you. It was lovely, especially go and letting go, says Carrie. Any other questions or observations? Begonia wants to say, Blue Monday, feeling the vibe without knowing it. So these moments have been a wonderful relief from this day. Yes. So nice to see everyone's faces. I see some friends from lots of different places. So it's good to have you here.
Peter, thank you for your comments. Starting the new year writing is a wonderful idea and gift. I couldn't agree more. Thank you, Cassie. It's really a great, just to take the time to do this is a wonderful reminder that to be creative as we start a new year. I love that.
And Nancy says, as a cancer survivor currently living with cancer, I'd encourage everyone to try to find the positive and negative events as much as you can. Everything in life gives you something good, and that can help you, right? Thank you, Nancy. And Allison says, I had not realized I have a lighthouse within me. Beautiful. Eric raised your hand. Would you like to say something?
Thank you for tonight. It was very, very good. It reminds me of the Leonard Cohen quote, there's a crack in everything. That's where the light gets in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have I got the quote right?
Yes. Yes, that's perfect. And one of the ahas I had as I was writing is thinking about the collective trauma of COVID and the pandemic in the last 3 years. We've been almost too much in the light, like kind of aware all the time of what are the rates and what should we be doing and who have we lost, and so maybe going into the dark is very healing for us at this time. Iris says, I appreciate knowing you lit a candle as we began today. Yeah, for those who came late, I'll just show you. And I love that it has two sides and you can't tell which is which. Anything else? It can be random, it could be kind of connected, not connected. Remember, sometimes, someone is here needing what you will say, so that your sharing could be, for them rather than for you.
Go ahead, Carrie.
Yeah, so I appreciated. I was worried in the beginning that we were going to do negative darkness only, especially on Martin Luther King Day. And so I was so appreciative that we looked at the range, the scale of darkness. And I particularly have loved this Sufi notion of luminous darkness, and that the darkness is so full of our own awakening. And I do feel like COVID has also been luminous in a weird way for us. So, and the earth, for us humans getting away from the earth. And so I just, I wrote material I didn't expect to write about regeneration and limbs. So thank you. I really, Cassie, truly appreciate this time, this chance to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I struggled with the word release in the title, release the dark. What does that mean? It doesn't just mean kind of letting it go. There's a freedom in that, when you think of like a wild animal being released. Let the dark have its freedom. And then it's not penned in, and aggressive and needing to be always on the alert because of its survival. It has the freedom to move, and then, like those encounters with wild animals that we have sometimes when we're out in nature, there's, as you use the word luminous, Carrie, there's a luminous moment there where we touch the wild in ourselves and in the other. And similarly, receive is not like going out and making a to-do list and trying to grab it. If we want the light, we kind of have to sit back and let it come to us. Nobody makes the sunrise, we receive it. Nancy's wild animal was with us.
I was just noticing that beautiful kitty. I have to say, my cat, who is asleep for most of it, or in a meditative state, maybe I should say, but he got up and started pawing at people's faces on my screen, which was very cute. He was very interested in Peter and someone who I think has had to go, but it was just very cute.
That's great.
I think he was I think he was responding.
Len,
presentation.
I have my dog Lenny here. Let me grab him so he can say hi.
Oh,
come on, Len. Let me say hi to the people. There you go. He is my teaching helper.
what a cutie.
Yeah, he knows the word meditate. He gets on his little perch and say hi to the people.
He's gorgeous.
Thank you. He's really wonderful.
So cute. He's better behaved than my my companions. He's very sweet. I didn't even know he was there.
Okay, anyone else? Sometimes, right at the last minute, you might feel like, oh, let me say this. Maybe helpful for someone.
Can I just say, okay, so I couldn't find the hand. It's that last thing you said, let the darkness have its freedom, how you explain what you actually meant. So, because I love going out at night, and we've had some really warm, summer here. So we've got really warm nights and the moon's been very bright and lots of animals. And so just remembering all that and joining that with what you said about letting that wild darkness that connects with me and that I've experienced, so we've had it together, letting that out through me into the world and through writing, that feels not quite liberating. It's something more subtle than that. It feels more exciting. Yeah. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, and hello to the cat that was pawing my face too. We have lots of cats here and I love cats, so that was nice. Thank you.
I think maybe he could sense it. His name is Gideon. He's off somewhere.
Gideon.
Yeah. But he did like you, Peter. He was very intrigued.
And thanks for holding all together, Midge. That was good.
This has been such a pleasure. Peter, I love that you followed up on what Cassie said about releasing the dark and letting it out. And I love that you've been walking on your warm summer nights and being a part of it. I love that, that both of you, I really connected to that as well. So thank you, Cassie, and thank you, Peter, for articulating it far better than I just attempted.
So let's just take a moment here at the end to imagine us gathered all around the world in a circle, and we'll just send the peace of this darkness and this light to everyone gathered here and everyone who will watch or listen later. And may the circles of peace that we've created in ourselves and between us today continue to ripple out. So we'll just sit quietly for 1 minute. May we release the dark. May we receive the light. May we live in peace. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Midge, for hosting. Much love and big hugs to everyone here. This was really special for me, and it's wonderful to see you all.